Dynasty, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta say, Tony Khan knows how to do pay-per-views, but I gotta be honest, this year's Dynasty, granted, it was better than last year's Dynasty, honestly, but not very much, say much. I think last year's Dynasty for 2025 was not the greatest, especially one of the worst finishes in professional wrestling history with Swerve Strickland and Jon Moxley for AEW World Championship. Hey, that is what it is for that. Anyway, so what is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode Lucas E. Allen 1018 on YouTube and all audio platforms. Lucas E. Allen Show. Well, back to the Lucas E. Allen Show, obviously on YouTube, with your AEW Dynasty 2026 review on this podcast. Follow me on social media: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at Lucas E. Allen 1018. Well, technically, it's Lucas E. Allen on Twitter and Facebook. But also, it's Lucas E. Allen 1018 on Instagram and TikTok as well. Once on YouTube, hit the like button today's podcast. Hit the subscribe button if you've done so already. Turn on the bell for your post notifications up on this very YouTube channel. And always, feel free to leave a comment thinking about episode of your AEW Dynasty 2026 review on this podcast, obviously. And as always, if you watch on Spotify, do the same thing. Leave me a comment. And also a 5-star rating. Be very nice as well, to say at least. Which, by the way, maybe look at Lucas. What do I do that Lucas E. Allen show with this? So, well, I decided this cut to base the reviews. I basically want to do a Lucas E. Allen show once a week. Like, mainly on Sundays. I know, but probably I might do it on Thursdays, so for this week, because obviously this weekend you got WrestleMania weekend. Oh, joy. My favorite time of year, so nobody ever. Especially this year's WrestleMania build-up sucks. But still. Anyways, this was. I'll probably do the Lucas E. Allen show on Thursday. With predictions to both WrestleMania Night 1 Night 2. To say at least. With that stuff to say at least, like I said. I'm probably going to do more videos. I'm going to bring back LimitsCenter one day on a retirement for the LimitsCenter podcast. To say at least. Maybe like one upload, one like news topics for that to each one, to say at least. I'm not gonna make like area like a basically like a sports center type shit and like I wanted to do. But you get the point, honestly. And one topic for each LimitsCenter, hopefully, knock on wood. A lot of knocking there, to say the least. Look, Lucas E. Allen show will be on Thursday for today, for this week, and not just Sunday. I know I want to be on Sunday, but obviously you got WrestleMania weekend. I'm taking better implications with that stuff, to say at least. A lot of different concepts of the WrestleMania weekend, to say at least. So over here, your AEW Dynasty 2026 review, man. As we get started today's show, I gotta be honest, man. This show is not the greatest to me. This pay-per-view was kind of weak as Tony Khan has done in a while. Granted, was it better than last year's Dynasty? I would say so. But granted, one of the worst endings in professional wrestling's pay-per-view history with Swerve Strickland and Jon Moxley for AEW World Championship. Absolutely hated that outcome, with the Young Bucks getting involved, but still. But then again, we haven't gotten that match with the conclusion of Hangman Adam Page's redemption story from All In. Maybe I should be grateful for that, to say at least. But anyways, let's get started today's show. So I'm gonna bring your freaking voice crack there, honestly. I'm a hiccup there, honestly. My chords, to say anyways. Let's just start today's podcast with the AEW World Dynasty pay-per-view review, honestly. Starting with the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson defeat Kazuchika Okada, the reigning defending AEW International Champion, and Konosuke Takeshita, the Don Callis family, to start the show. Freaking very great match here. Time for best grade on the show, believe it or not, people. You're probably going to tell the other one is obviously the main event. Spoiler alert. But this match is freaking great. I love this match, to say at least. And I love the fact that Takeshita finally is, hopefully, knock on wood, hopefully out of the Don Callis family. I mean, basically turn on Okada. But they couldn't get along to save their lives, Okada and Takeshita. They couldn't get along whatsoever in this match. So hopefully now Takeshita just left Okada, had the Young Bucks, so they get the win on them. So I'm hoping the Don Callis film is out with both Konosuke Takeshita and Andrade El Idolo, just so you will explain in 2 matches from now. But still, this match is freaking great. Ariana says I was into this match. This is no tag team titles, but I didn't need to. Didn't need to at all. About the story of Takeshita being out of the Don Callis, I mean, hopefully to say at least. But this gets the name as a very fair match if you ask me. On to Ricochet. He defeats Chris Jericho. It kind of shocked me, especially when Ricochet defeated Jericho the own Lion Salt. That fucking shocked me, honestly. I was stunned with between this match and the tag match and the tag team title match. I was kind of shocked by those outcomes. And I like that, honestly. Unpredictability in AEW, and I love it. I like that. Take notes there, Paul Levesque. No, too soon? Sorry. But this match was very impressing more than I thought it would. Like, Jericho was alright in this match. You're not like a 5-star classic with Jericho. Not like a Will Ospreay type wrestler as Jericho at all. Even in Jericho's prime. Now he's just 50 years old and he's not that either. But this gets a B-. It's not a bad match. Jericho looked fucking pretty good in this match, honestly. Ricochet even got the win, which honestly shocked me, honestly. I thought Jericho would have straight up beat Ricochet. Glad it did not happen, honestly. This gets a B- so to say, at least. Darby Allin. He defeats Andrade El Idolo. It's got the community all talking. Especially when MJF retained the AEW World Championship in the main event. Darby Allin defeats Andrade El Idolo, becoming the #1 contender for the AEW World Championship. This gets a B-. Very good match, honestly. I didn't like the outcome of Andrade losing against Darby. And now Darby is the #1 contender for the AEW World Championship. And MJF, who won the main event, spoiler. And just so you got Dynamite for Spring Breakthrough. Apparently, Darby Allin's getting a World Championship shot against MJF in the main event. Please, the love of fucking God, Tony Khan. Do not be like another creative botch in professional wrestling and this month at all. By having like what this minus WWE, what they did with the freaking Pat McAfee shit. Don't join them with terrible booking shit like with this time involving a match standpoint with getting the title off MJF right now. That is the worst way to go about business. Is by taking that AEW World Championship off MJF right now. That'll be fucking ridiculously awful. I would say you can put a title on Kenny Omega here if you want to do that, honestly. But definitely not on Wednesday either. You can't put the championship on Darby on. We've seen so many times Darby getting a shot and potentially becoming the AEW World Champion, and its time has passed. He didn't win. Get over it. He should not be beating MJF for the AEW World Championship this Wednesday night in Dynamite. Because that'll be freaking awful. That'd be freaking ridiculously terrible. I'm calling booking malpractice 101. That is terrible to be a terrible idea business-wise. You have no idea how much that'd be terrible business-wise. But I gave us a B-, a very good match if you ask me. Don't like the outcome though, but at least Andrade, who took hands with Darby after this match, I think hopefully he's leaving the Don Callis family too, because Don Callis needs to have a lot less wrestlers in his little family there. It's getting overcrowded, don't you think? Don, Tony Khan, whatever. No, sorry. But this was a good match here. I just didn't like the outcome of the Darby win. Now it gives me a chance to have speak to the panic button on Wednesday night Dynamite. Oh God, please don't ever put the championship on Darby. Darby's a good wrestler. It'd be stupid. It'd be stupid. Especially against MJF, your biggest star in your whole freaking company. Be stupid. As Randy Orton would say, stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Then again, he's involved in a stupid storyline right now too anyway, so whatever, I guess. No? Okay, sorry. I'm going to stop trying to be funny now for today's podcast, shall we not? But this gets a B-, a good match. Not greatest of outcomes, so to say at least. On to a match that freaking shocked me as an outcome standpoint. Just like Ricochet and Chris Jericho. FTR, the reigning defending AEW World Tag Team Champions, defeat Adam Copeland and Christian Cage to retain the AEW World Tag Team Championships. This gets a B, man. A good tag title match and a very shocking outcome, honestly. I was expecting Copeland and Christian to win the titles in Canada. But then again, the AEW beat FTR in a tag team match, was it All Out last year? But it also makes sense for FTR to get at least some sort of revenge back. But I don't think it's still a full-fledged revenge. Like, I still think Copeland and Christian getting those titles. Maybe even Double or Nothing or All In this year. I don't know. One or the other. But still, very, very good match and a shocking outcome, honestly. I don't mind it. I don't mind it whatsoever. Give this a B. I was convinced going into the show that this is the most predictable outcome on the show. Minus the main event to a point. Even that has some sort of unpredictability to it, too. I say this tag team title match is the most predictable thing on the show, and it may not be happening. I thought Copeland and Christian would get those titles in Canada, but I guess I was wrong, man. Glad to say that, to say the least. Moving on to Kevin Knight, man. What a moment this guy had. Wins the AEW TNT Championship in a Casino Gauntlet match. I gave us a B+ only for the outcome. I didn't care for the Casino Gauntlet match as itself, but this is a great outcome, too. So for the most part, Tony Khan's gotten the outcomes right. He got all the outcomes right in this Dynasty card, not unlike last year, to a point. But this was I wouldn't say a great Casino Gauntlet match. So you hear a freaking car blazing down my freaking street, man. What was it, a truck maybe? I don't even freaking know, nor I care. But Kevin Knight, man, what a moment this guy had. Lost the trio of championships to the Dogs on Collision. Which, by the way, we're playing Hot Patil and Mega with those titles. There was this point just get rid of them, honestly. But still, we're going to explain that also later on. Right before the main event. But Kevin Knight got he got a big time pop when he won this championship. Like, what a freaking moment for this guy, bro. I'm a big Kevin Knight fan. Been praising him on this podcast pretty a lot, man. He didn't really care for me in the trios division. He was Mike Bailey at jet speed. But he seemed to be breaking up soon as it's just people not like Kevin Knight winning this match. Could it be a tease with Speedball Mike Bailey heel turn? I don't know. We shall wait and find out in the coming weeks and so on Dynamite. But this match, I like the outcome better than the match itself, honestly. Wasn't the best Casino Gauntlet match at all. But probably the best outcome compared to any Casino Gauntlet match in probably ever, honestly. This gets a B+. Fucking great decision having Kevin Knight win. I was expecting Brody King to win this. Or even Tommaso Ciampa getting his championship back, but I guess it did not happen. And I like that, honestly. I got most of these cards wrong. I'm going to look this up right now. Like, I did predictions on a Lucas Young show yesterday. Let's see how I got the Young Bucks match right. I got Ricochet and Jericho wrong. I'll tell you that. 1 for 1-1. I got Darby and Andrade. I got 2 for 3. I got FTR match wrong. I was 2 for 4. I got the Casino Gauntlet match wrong. 2 for 5. Not great. I got Tekla in the match right with 3 for 6. The Moxley match was 4 for 7. Got that match right. I got the Dogs wrong, 4 for 8. You got the main event right too, so it was 5 for 9. 5 and 4, not great honestly, but still. I like that honestly to a point. I like this with Kevin Knight too, I'll tell you that right now, give it a B+, whereas Casino Gauntlet match only for the outcome in general. Moving on to Tekla, the reigning defending AEW Women's World Champion. Defeats Jamie Hayter to retain the AEW Women's World Championship. I gave us a B-. It was a solid match from a women's match on the show. But it was the only women's match on the show, and I don't like that, Tony Khan. Grant, also on the pre-show for the buy-in, what do they want to call it? What do they call it? Honestly, the buy-in or pre-show in general. 0-hour pre-show. We got Camille returning. And people are not happy with that at all. And I gotta be honest, do I like it to a point? I don't know. We didn't see much of Camille when she was per Miger Mercedes, man. I don't know why she didn't appear on the show. Watch her now appear on Dynamite, her first Camille back, her first Camille back. Jesus, I already spoiled it. Watch her first few back be with freaking Camille. I don't know about that, dude. I really don't know about that one. But still. I think Camille, she don't think she got an unfair shot the first time. Granted, she's paired one of the greatest of all time, Mercedes Moné. I think she's the greatest of all time too, but that's just me. But to me, the pair never got like any chemistry between the two. Like it got to up to like a awkward just partnership, and it could have been so much more. But obviously, Tony Khan dropped the ball on that shit. So I think she sort of deserves a second chance. I'm not the biggest fan of Camille. Gotta be honest, we already got basically her on the roster of Megan Bain, who's obviously better than Camille. But still, I guess, whatever. At least you give her a shot. But I don't know, man. I don't know about that at all. And plus, she debuted and came back in a 0-hour pre-show. I don't know about that, honestly, either. She's also going to Dynamite facing Will Nightingale for a TBS championship. Did she beat Will for a TBS title? I don't know. Is Mercedes Moné going to come back and maybe challenge Camille for a TBS championship? I don't freaking know. I don't know if that's going to happen. Maybe we get a triple threat out of the 3. I don't freaking know either, bro. Well, who knows with this company anymore, man. But anyways, back to this match. I was expecting Mercedes to appear like at the end of this match here. I was shocked. I thought for sure we'd get Mercedes Moné on this show. I was shocked we didn't get her at all. I gotta be honest. Maybe she's on Dynamite this week. Like, could be the case. Like, granted, they probably want her to probably steal some headlines from WrestleMania weekend. Maybe. I don't know about that. So stealing the headlines. Unless they have Darby Allin beat MJF, which should be not happening at all. That'd be even more. It'd be completely just terrible booking to steal headlines, because you gotta steal some headlines from WrestleMania, which you're not gonna do that with Darby fucking Allin. I'm sorry. I don't know, man. We may find out then the Dynamite this week where we get Mercedes Moné or not for the WrestleMania week of Dynamite. I don't know. Man. But this match with Tekla and Jamie Hayter was pretty okay for the most part. It's kind of like, I wasn't a fan of this match, was I thought going into it and coming out of it. It gets a B-. Hey, the outcome, I tell you that right now, that bro up. But it's grabbing the rope, but at least it fits Tekla's gimmick, I guess. Whatever. B- to your right. Jon Moxley, the reigning defending AEW Continental Champion, defeats Will Ospreay to retain the AEW Continental Championship. Gave us a B because there was making no freaking sell in this match. And ladies and gentlemen, we got Will Ospreay. I'm a big fan. I'm a big Ospreay guy. But my God, bro, he really paradigm shift. He didn't sell at all. I mean, he didn't hit a hidden blade like right after. Like, are you freaking for real, bro? Granted, when he fell on his back, then he sold. Then he sold, honestly, when he fell on his back, but still. It looked fucking like a comedy show. Like, come on, man. You gotta sell that even later, as soon as you get hit with a paradigm shift. You can't just hit a hidden blade right after. Come on, dude. That's stupid. It's stupid, man. I'm a big Ospreay guy, but he needs to sometimes learn how to sell better. Or I'm not going to say sell, but sell just at all. Honestly. He's a phenomenal wrestler. Probably the best wrestler in the whole freaking company. Been saying how great Ospreay is, but my God, you at least sell that. Come on, man. You ain't the Fiend Bray Wyatt, the Undertaker, so come on. Whatever, man. Whatever. There's no selling, and at least it took me out of the match, too, honestly, a little bit, too. But at least the right outcome, though, Moxley retained his Continental Champion, because Ospreay does not need a Continental title. He does not need a Continental title at all. Especially when he has a chance to be the AEW World Champion come all in this year. I ain't fine with that to say at least, though. But this gets to be a good match. I was expecting a lot more and more selling, honestly, from Ospreay, but still. This gets to be. Moving on to Trios freaking dog shit filler. The Conglomeration. Kyle O'Reilly made his return out, by the way. Which I don't mind that, but for a 6-man towel and get a flying fuck match right before the main event, no. Honestly, no. The Conglomeration, Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly defeat the Dogs, Gabe Kidd, Clark Connors, and David Finlay to win the AEW World Trios Championships. A big fat C. And by the way, Gabe Kidd got fractionally dislocated his shoulder, maybe. That could definitely be a case of the decision here, having the conglomeration win the titles. But honestly, who cares? Honestly, who the fuck cares about the trios titles? I cannot care. I cannot care about the trios championships. They are freaking just useless props at this rate, bruh. We had people like Billy Mystico on Collision drop themselves to the dogs, and hop it to the conglomeration. And that's the day following the night on the pay-per-view for Dynasty. You don't think that's hot potato all left and right for no apparent reason at all? Stupid, honestly. It's totally stupid. But again, who cares about the trios championships, honestly? I don't care. It's a big fat C. I don't give a flying shit about this match. We're staying on the show, but good to see Kyle O'Reilly back, I guess. Hold on to your main event, though. At this point last year for the Dynasty main event was a debacle of creative decision with George Strickland and Jon Moxley for the World Championship. But this year, complete opposite. MJF, this time the reigning defending AEW World Champion MJF, defeats Kenny Omega to retain the AEW World Championship in the main event. Tie for best grade in the show at A-. I gotta be honest, that's the biggest thing I took away from this match, minus just a great match these two athletes produced. The finish to this match, when Kenny Omega hit the one-way angel, granted the referee was taken out at this point. And Kenny Omega hit the one-way angel, and then he hit one for a 3 count, obviously no referee in the ring, right? This was like the count like 15 seconds. Then a referee comes in, not the 14th and half second mark or something like that. MJF kicked out the one-way angel. A finisher that nobody has ever kicked out, nor should kick out, at freaking 1 minute, honestly. Like, come on, dude. That's one of the most protected finishers, if not the most protected finisher in wrestling history. Minus, like, maybe Baron Corbin's End of Days. Just freaking phenomenal finisher he had. But, man, like, one-way angel should have actually finished off anybody. Granted, it's his 15-second mark, basically, and MJF had time to recover, as the referee got taken out by Diamond Ring. Or the Diamond Ring got taken out Bryce Remsburg pants by MJF. His pocket, you get the point. Not his actual pants, honestly. To be awkward, obviously. It was his pant pocket, obviously. And his referee pants, you get the point. But this was obviously fun. Better than last year's Dynasty main event with Swerve and Moxley for sure. Better decision too, obviously, on MJF retain. But I gotta be honest, MJF loses his championship on Dynamite this week at Spring 3 against Darby Allin. You're gonna get a very angry guy from me. You don't want that. You don't want that, dude. You don't want that only because you want to take some semi-headlines from WrestleMania. You ain't gonna do that at all. No matter how bad WrestleMania card looks and how booking has been botched with it, it's still not going to take anything away from WrestleMania. So why even bother? You put on a good show. You put on a great show last year at Spring Breakthrough. To say at least, I like those matches. I like the Mercedes, Moné, and Dina, which is great. You had Hangman, Adam Page, and somebody else in the other Owen Hart Foundation tournament match. Like that was a very fun last year's Spring Breakthrough show. I think it was Fallen Dynasty or pay-per-view after Dynasty, or maybe I don't know. But this was a fun match in the main event this year at Dynasty with Omega and MJF. But still, I think Darby should not win the championship on Dynamite. And if he does, you're going to get an angry freaking guy for this podcast on Thursday when to hopefully discuss the Dynamite review. Because that would be terrible, and I mean terrible business decision. Having Darby Allin as basically like what do they call him, like the wannabe Jeff Hardy? He ain't nowhere near Jeff Hardy. Like I said, he's a wannabe Jeff Hardy. He ain't ever gonna meet me no Jeff Hardy. But this man, what he puts in, basically he's gonna, sounds like so half the time he's gonna die one day. Or just trying to kill himself. On Dynamite. Why would you want this man to be your AEW World Champion? At any given time. That's not good. He's not like one of the best wrestlers they got in this freaking company. That'd be stupid. You keep this championship on MJF at minimum at All-In. They can do Ospreay and MJF, and Ospreay can win the championship there. You don't have Darby Allin win the title at all. Be stupid. We've had chances to do that, and this time has failed. It's ran its course with Darby. He should not, and he should definitely not, be the AEW World Champion at all in his career. I'm sorry. Nor do I care for Darby at all. He's a fine wrestler. Never should hold a World Championship in AEW. He fucking even went to WWE. He's not holding a championship at all in WWE. Unless the NXT Championship, then fine, whatever. But not the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. He's stupid. And I mean stupid. Creative decision to do that. I'm going to hold out hope that MJF squeaks out with the win on Dynamite for a spring breakthrough. I hope the God he retains. If he doesn't, it's not going to be a very good guy right here discussing that on Thursday for a Dynamite review for Wednesday at the shows, they say at least. But that's for this main event. This is a fun main event, obviously. MJF, he definitely showed up in this match, as he usually does. Kenny Omega not going to get out of him. The Pro Wrestling God versus the Devil. This is a very fun match, if you ask me. Tied for best grade in the show, if you ask me, at A-. As your show grade for AEW Dynasty 2026 is a B as well. Not the best show, for honesty, but not the worst at all. Definitely better than 20 Dynasty last year for 2025 for sure. And that is your AEW Dynasty 2026 review. And look at the Lucas Dion show on YouTube and Spotify as well. And thank you all for watching your AEW Dynasty review for 2026. For your AEW Dynasty review for 2026 on Lucas Dion show on YouTube and Spotify. Hopefully, knock on wood. Have more content out tomorrow. But maybe a LimitsCenter, hopefully, maybe. Or even, obviously, Monday Night Raw review for tonight as well. The go-home edition before WrestleMania Dog Shit 42, if you ask me. So until next time, and trust me, definitely next time, everybody. Peace, love, right? I'm out here. Love y'all big time, and say at least.